Welcome back to K-EntBuzz, your #1 home for all the exclusive drama, love, laughter, and tears that keep the Asian entertainment world spinning. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the magic. Today's story is one of deep emotions, unspoken bonds, and a confession that fans have been waiting to hear for years. It's tender, raw, and surprisingly beautiful. When two stars collide, the world watches in awe. But when those stars hold each other up, behind the cameras and away from the blinding lights, that's when something truly extraordinary happens. Wang Yibo has finally opened his heart about the man who has stood beside him through thick and thin, Xiao Zhan. What he revealed is more than just words. It's a story of unwavering connection, friendship, and possibly the deepest kind of love. Get ready, because this is the moment fans have dreamed of, and it's even more touching than anyone imagined. In a media landscape full of fleeting headlines and fast-moving updates, every once in a while, a moment comes along that completely changes the atmosphere. That moment arrived when Wang Yibo, known for his cool and collected demeanor, stepped out of his emotional comfort zone to speak openly about someone who has clearly meant the world to him, none other than Xiao Zhan. To understand just how powerful his words were, you have to know a bit of their history. The story of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan began on the set of the Untamed, a fantasy drama that quickly turned into a cultural phenomenon. Their on-screen chemistry was magnetic, the kind of partnership that can't be faked. But as the cameras stopped rolling and the lights dimmed, what fans didn't know was that something much deeper was quietly forming behind the scenes. Rumors have long swirled around the nature of their bond. Some said they were just co-stars. Others believed there was more, that their friendship went beyond script pages and studio walls. But Yibo, ever the private soul, never publicly confirmed or denied anything. That is, until now. In a recent candid interview, unexpected and unfiltered, Wang Yibo was asked a seemingly simple question: "Who is your constant?" There was a long pause. A flash of emotion flickered in his eyes. And then, with a gentle voice that didn't quite match his usual stoicism, he said, "Xiao Zhan. I can't imagine life without him." It was just one sentence, but it was everything. He didn't speak in rehearsed lines. He didn't try to gloss over the connection they share. Instead, he opened the door just wide enough for the world to see a glimpse of the vulnerability he usually guards so closely. "He's been there during moments no one else knew about," Yibo continued. "When I was overwhelmed, when the pressure got too much, it was him I turned to. He didn't ask questions. He just stayed." That single confession was enough to send fans into a tailspin of emotions. Social media exploded within minutes. Hashtags like #YiboZhanReunion, #Hested, and #MyConstant began trending globally. Fans from all over the world expressed their love and support, many saying it was the most genuine thing they've heard in a long time. And the emotions didn't stop there. Wang Yibo shared how their bond wasn't forged in the limelight, but in the quiet spaces between fame and exhaustion. "You know, there were nights we didn't even talk," he said softly. "We just sat on the rooftop, looking at the sky. I didn't have to say anything. He always understood." Perhaps that's what made their relationship so enduring, the unspoken connection. The kind that doesn't demand attention, but radiates authenticity. The kind that doesn't need definitions, only presence. Yibo recalled one memory in particular that seemed to touch even his own heart as he spoke it. "I had just wrapped up a very difficult shoot. I was emotionally drained. I didn't want to see anyone. I went home, locked the door, and didn't answer any calls. But Xiao Zhan showed up anyway. He brought hot soup, sat outside my door, and just waited. For hours. That's him. That's Xiao Zhan." What kind of friend does that? What kind of connection leads someone to show up with no expectations, only care? Fans who had long speculated about their closeness were now given real, raw confirmation that what they shared was no ordinary friendship. It was rare. It was resilient. It was real. There was also a moment in the interview where Wang Yibo was asked what he would say to Xiao Zhan if he were watching the broadcast. For a second, he laughed, almost shyly. Then he looked into the camera and said, "Thank you for never walking away, for always seeing the real me, not the idol, not the celebrity, just Yibo. And if I haven't said it enough, I'm proud of you. I always will be." The silence that followed spoke louder than words. That message wasn't just for Xiao Zhan. It was for every fan who has followed their journey, hoping one day to hear what we now know, that behind the scenes, behind the speculation, there is a bond that's weathered storms, scandals, fame, and silence. And what about Xiao Zhan's response? While he hasn't given a formal statement just yet, sources close to the star say he was moved to tears. He always knew how Yibo felt, the insider said, but hearing it out loud like that, it meant the world to him. For fans, it's a moment that feels like a reward after years of quiet support. A moment that confirms what so many believed. These two souls found something rare in each other. Whether it's friendship, family, or something more, it's undeniably beautiful. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's story isn't about labels. It's about presence, loyalty, depth, and love in whatever form it may take. As we wrap up today's video, one thing is clear. Behind all the fame and fortune, behind the flashing lights and fan chants, lies a bond that time cannot touch. And maybe, just maybe, in a world full of fleeting things, that's the kind of connection we all secretly long for. Thank you for watching K-EntBuzz. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this story touched your heart. Until next time, keep supporting love in all its beautiful forms, and remember, sometimes the deepest truths come in the softest words.